My husband's work wife tried to play me. So I gave her a taste of her own medicine she never saw coming. Now she's after my best friend's husband, and her marriage is crumbling. I'm not sorry. About a year ago, my husband made a new friend at work. Let's call her Lila. And from the moment I met her, I just knew she was going to be a problem. It wasn't one of those irrational gut feelings. No. It was the kind of gut feeling where your intuition is practically screaming at you to run the other way. But of course, you try to be the bigger person. You try to give people the benefit of the doubt. I met Lila for the first time at a corporate event my husband's company was hosting. One of those semi-formal mixers with catered food, watered-down wine, and fake laughs echoing off sterile office walls. We had barely stepped into the venue before she came floating across the room like she was the star of a romantic comedy. She wrapped her arms around my husband's arm in this weirdly possessive way and looked directly at me like she had just claimed a prize. "It's so nice to finally meet his home wife," she said, clinging to him. "I'm his work wife." My husband, to his credit, immediately pulled his arm away from her and said, loud enough for the people nearby to hear, "You're not my wife in any way." I appreciated that. I really did. But the damage was done. That introduction set the tone for everything that followed. From that point on, Lila made it her mission to make me the villain in a story I hadn't even been cast in. According to my husband, they used to grab lunch sometimes. Either with coworkers or occasionally alone if their schedules aligned. Sometimes they went out for post-work drinks, always with a group. He swore nothing inappropriate had ever happened. And honestly, I believed him. I never once felt the need to go through his phone or second-guess his intentions. Still, something about Lila rubbed me the wrong way. It wasn't just her words, it was how she said them. How she looked at me. How she constantly walked that fine line between flirtation and faux friendship. The way she always inserted herself into conversations with my husband when I was around, acting like I was the outsider. It was like she was performing for him, and I was just the accidental audience. And I tried to stay out of it. I really did. I told my husband he didn't have to stop being friends with her. I never issued an ultimatum. But after the work event incident, he decided on his own that it wasn't worth the trouble. He stopped having lunch with her. Stopped going out for drinks if she was going to be there. He drew a clear line. That's when she got nasty. Lila began telling their mutual colleagues that I was controlling and jealous. That I bullied her when no one was looking. She claimed I was insecure and petty, that I resented her because she and my husband were just so close. And people started believing her. Because Lila's the kind of person who says all the right things in all the right tones. She has the voice of someone who's constantly